Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel. After being ghosted, Meri Brown reveals what finally caused Kody to call. Kody Brown has been dealing with the departure of his three ex-wives, Janelle, Christine, and Meri Brown, throughout Sister Wives season 19. He seems indifferent at times and even conveys a sense of a good riddance when talking about them. On other occasions, though, they might allow the plural marriage to stop because he appears to be extremely hurt. Meri now shares what ultimately caused Kody to give her a call after first ignoring her. Ghosts of Kody Brown Meri several times. Janelle Brown discussed how difficult it was to contact Kody Brown for business purposes in Sister Wives season 19. After battling to obtain information regarding Coyote Pass, she ultimately concluded it would be best to hire a lawyer. Similarly, Meri Brown has expressed on numerous times how painful it was for her to be abandoned by Kody. Kody appears to enter and exit Meri's life at will. Earlier in their marriage, Meri would approach Kody and receive nothing but crickets in return. For example, he once ignored her entirely since he didn't feel like handling an anniversary with her. Similarly, she discusses the spiritual release from Kody in season 19. He didn't say anything about it when she first raised it. But she was tired of putting up with his ghosting antics. She ended the multiple marriages despite not having his consent because she was fed up with waiting. After being ghosted, Meri Brown reveals what finally caused Kody to call. In the most recent episode, Meri Brown reveals that Kody Brown came back to life after she gave up the ghost. Without Kody, Meri found it difficult to get in touch with the church, but she decided it was time. With Meri, Kody had a new lease of life and stopped ignoring her calls and texts. Following his processing of the church's humiliation, Kody was able to be friendly and even enjoy Meri's company. Kody received private texts from Meri shortly after she informed him of the release, which she shared with him. "I texted him and he called me within 20 minutes, she said to her pals Jen Sullivan and Brandy. In addition, she informs them, he asks, "Why did you do it so quickly, within a week? I don't understand why you did it so fast," he says. "You have a guy on the side waiting," he asks in jest. She was understandably perplexed and perhaps insulted by his remarks. The release was the only other option she could think of because he had no interest in keeping the marriage going. Meri Brown displays the texts to her friends. Meri Brown said with excitement, "It was a good text," when she was interacting with Jen and Brandy. "Would you like to listen to it?" Both pals complied. "I said this," says Meri. "I will read it back to you. Hello Kody, I simply wanted to inquire further about the SMS message I sent a few weeks back. I wanted to inform you that the formal release was approved after I spoke with the Utah leadership today. That this is how our lives ended breaks my heart. You have my undying love and respect. I'm grateful for the many years of happiness. I sincerely hope you will be at rest today and that I absolve you of any obligation or concern over me. I got this." She informs them that she was given what is known as a release in our church, which is essentially the same as a divorce. But according to Kody, Meri doesn't need to say anything negative at this point since her buddies would take care of it for her. Tough but essential. After years of waiting, Meri Brown apparently took the required action to bring the marriage back to life. She tore off the bandage and endured the agony of being fired. "It was a really difficult conversation," she adds, "hard in the sense of heartbreaking because this is not what I wanted to do. When I married Kody, I didn't mean this." She adds, "Kody and I went through a formal divorce back in 2014, and for me, the only reason for the entire procedure was so that he could legally marry Robyn Brown and adopt her three older children. However, our spiritual ceiling and spiritual marriage remained unbroken." Meri also makes jokes about her one marriage and two divorces. Kody and the new relationship of Meri Brown. Meri Brown is aware that she is embarking on a new chapter with Kody. "I don't think it's inauthentic at all," she says. "We're not at a point where we're messaging and calling each other and saying, 'Hey, friend, how are you? How are you spending your day?' It's not that kind of a relationship," she admits, "but when we are in each other's space, we do need to interact. It's all right." Moreover, the discharge seemed to improve their mood. In many respects, it was a release from the weight that both of them bore for years, unsure of what to do next. Mary went on to say, "I feel really at ease with him. In that sense, it's not weird, but we simply aren't friends. Not pals, of course. Do you understand? I'm content with it." In her most recent move, Mary's dignity nearly vanishes for her fans. December 15, 2024. Larkin, Maggie's sister wives actress Mary Brown stayed together for a lot longer than many fans anticipated, which is not how the fans of this TLC show would have preferred her to handle her breakup. She was depicted by viewers in a humiliating circumstance with her spouse. Although she eventually succeeded, admirers today believe that she nearly failed with an unsettling action. Does Mary Brown give sister wives a gut punch? When Mary Brown struggled to leave the life she shared with Kody Brown, sister wives fans came together to support her. However, she was eventually able to move past all of this when their church granted her a release from her shared husband. Kody Brown, however, took this as a gut punch. He pretended that Mary had done this on purpose to damage his reputation in the church. After sending the emails to Kody, Mary informed him of her intention to obtain this release and shared them with the fans. He so learned about her scheme with the church. However, the church authorized the discharge under the pretext of abandonment, which sent Kody into a tailspin. His desertion of Mary Brown is the reason given by the church for her release. However, he strongly objects to the church blaming him. Nevertheless, a lot of sister wives supporters contend that he exerted every effort to encourage her to make this release. Mary and her ex are having a rough time, but hold on. Since he didn't want to take the blame for their split, Kody groaned over the word abandonment. However, he made every effort to give the impression that he had abandoned Mary, as well as sister wives' followers, even though he may have tried to avoid the word. They hadn't shared an intimate moment in years, he boasted. According to his relatives and ex-wives, he also spent much of his time with Robyn Brown. What else qualifies as leaving your wife if that doesn't? Due to his dissatisfaction with the terms of the release, the sister wives patriarch found himself in a precarious situation with Mary Brown. However, following his 3 divorces, a newer Kody emerged as the fog cleared. In his world of light, Mary was suddenly no longer a darkness. An unflattering image for original sister wives Mary Brown and other matriarch sister wives fans were astounded by Kody's behavior when he assisted her in moving to Utah. Kody sobbed as he gave Mary a hug and expressed his regret that things had turned out this way. She would always be his favorite ex-wife, he informed her. Mary Brown only required a little prodding from her ex-husband to begin questioning herself. She shook up because she felt that perhaps she ought to have tried to keep her marriage to Kody going a little longer. However, this disturbed the watchers. Mary could still question whether she made a mistake if it weren't for her 2 pals who met her for lunch. In order to get Mary Brown to reflect on everything she had experienced with him, the ladies instead made an appeal to her. Mary remained exactly on course. However, Mary questioned whether she had made the incorrect choice because of Kody's demeanor when assisting her with the relocation. She wondered if she ought to have stayed and made a greater effort to mend her marriage. Fortunately, her lunch companions helped her put things in perspective. The small glimmer of hope that Kody held out in front of her caused many to fear that she could run to him. Fans of sister wives witnessed Mary Brown's journey to reclaim her value and dignity. She even founded the Worthy Up movement in support of this. She helps people evaluate themselves and realize how deserving they are of all the positive things in life. However, Mary appeared to revert to the belief that she might still have a shot for a brief period of time in the most recent episode. Fans watched, hoping that she wouldn't lose her dignity and start chasing Kody again. Fans of the TLC series, however, were relieved when she didn't. Different levels of intermarriage are common in polygamist families. Regarding the sister wives cast, Janelle Brown and Kody were more than simply spiritually wed. They were step-siblings as well. Since Kody and Janelle didn't cross paths until maturity, their step-sibling relationship didn't prevent them from being married. Many sister wives fans, however, have found the connection too strange to bear. Janelle mentioned her mother's marriage to Win Brown in the most recent episode, which aired last night. Janelle Brown explains how her mom got to know Kody's father. It wasn't until later in life that Win, the father of Kody Brown, took on more spouses. Kody eventually became polygamous as a result of this, though. After marrying Meri, he went on to marry Janelle, Christine, and eventually Robyn several years later. In the first place, how did Kody and Janelle end up becoming step-siblings? Janelle joined Christine and a few of their daughters to view wedding gowns on Friday night's show. Janelle thought of her own nuptials as Christine tried on the dresses. Adam Barber was her first husband from 1988 to 1990. In 1993, she married Kody. In a confessional, she said to the cameras, "I didn't actually have a wedding dress. Most of my family stopped talking to me and interacting with me after Kody and I got married because they were really upset about my decision to convert to the faith. My mother, who ended up marrying Kody's father 3 months prior to our wedding, was present at the wedding because she had come to save me from the polygamist. My mom was clearly cool with it, but the rest of my family wasn't so sure. Thus, they didn't arrive," Janelle acknowledged. The TLC star is over her polygamous past. Despite expressing a keen interest in polygamy in the 1990s, Janelle Brown is aware that those days are long gone. She isn't even positive if she wants to get married again in the future. Janelle has been devoted to her businesses, kids, and grandkids ever since she split from Kody. However, it will be a pretty informal affair if she does get married again. "I probably won't wear a dress if I get married again. I will not wear the large white dress." The TLC personality revealed in a confessional, "I'm probably going to just get married on a mountain in my jeans somewhere." The final chapter of Garrison Brown's life has been sold by Sister Wives star Janelle Brown, who has found a buyer for her late son's house. For several months now, she has been making unsuccessful attempts to sell his house. When will Janelle turn it over, and how much did she manage to receive for it? For further information, continue reading. Janelle Brown sells Garrison's final chapter and finds a buyer. Garrison Brown's decision to purchase his own house was a significant achievement. He ended up staying with Janelle Brown for a while he saved money for a down payment on a home. His father, Kody Brown, was not pleased with the way things turned out during the pandemic. He alternated between Christine Brown, Robyn, and Janelle Wooley's residences. The spouses and children were therefore forced to adhere to Kody's stringent pandemic procedures. Gabe Brown, Garrison, and Janelle were living together, and Kody didn't feel comfortable. Garrison worked while Gabe attended college, but that was too risky and too much. Janelle refused to expel them when Kody requested her to. She refused to leave her children since she was aware of how hard Garrison was working to save money for a place of his own. This led to a great deal of animosity and marked the beginning of Kody's relationships with his wives and children's actual decline. Ultimately, Garrison spent $329,000 in December 2021 to purchase a house. 6 months after Garrison's death, in September 2024, Janelle first listed it for $425,000. In October 2024, she then reduced the price to $399,900. The Sun now claims that as of November 2024, it is under contract for $389,900. The listing features some lovely amenities, and the house includes 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The house features air conditioning, vinyl floors, and new paint. The main level includes a kitchen, pantry, laundry/dryer, office/den with 3/4 bathroom and living area with gas fireplace. There are 4 bedrooms with lofty ceilings upstairs. Upstairs is a complete bathroom as well. The house features a tiny fenced backyard in addition to a small fenced-in courtyard. Garrison's mother was left in charge of his house because he had no partner or children, but it's unclear if Kody had any involvement. An upcoming chapter. The whole family of Janelle and Garrison Brown is probably feeling a mixture of emotions as they sell their house. His sister and brother were considering moving in with him for a while because it was a significant accomplishment for him. In one episode, Gwendolyn Brown and Gabe discussed renting rooms from Garrison. That didn't work out in the end, and he had buddies move in. Regretfully, in March 2024, Garrison committed suicide in his own house. Although the closing date has not been disclosed, it is hoped that Garrison's aspirations will be fulfilled by the new owners. Kind of a relationship, she admits, but when we are in each other's space, we do need to interact. It's all right. Moreover, the discharge seemed to improve their mood. In many respects, it was a release from the weight that both of them bore for years, unsure of what to do next. Mary went on to say, I feel really at ease with him. In that sense, it's not weird, but we simply aren't friends. Not pals, of course. Do you understand? I'm content with it.